All right, guys, what is up? We are changing this spigot out here today. We've been having issues with it, and we're gonna go ahead and change it out. So if you want to see how I did it, go ahead and stick around. So yeah, we have this spigot here. It's been kind of on and off working since we moved in, and we had tightened this before and it had fixed it for a while, but this morning it went out completely. It's been leaking all day, and so luckily we've had this connected here for the animals, but as you can see, and I'm not a plumber, so I don't really know much about plumbing other than just kind of simple connections. I took this off and I took it to the plumbing parts place. They couldn't find it. They needed the whole thing. So we're just going to go ahead and switch it all out. And while we do that, we're going to go ahead and put a shutoff valve inside so that in the winter when there's hard freezes, we can just shut off the water from inside. We'll leave a little access panel on the wall.
All right, we started with cutting out the drywall inside the house. We just kind of guessed where the pipe was going to be at based on the location on the outside. I would recommend, probably if you're going to do this or anything like this, if you're going to put an access panel, to buy the access panel first, or to measure exactly the size of the access panel that you're going to need before you just open up the drywall, or else you're going to have to fix drywall later.
Right on the money. Go. Alright guys, here's what I think I'm going to use total. Multi-tool to cut the hole in the wall. The access panel that we're going to put in after. These I used to turn off the water. I already turned off the water at the main. And the shutoff valve that we're going to use, shark bites. I know guys, you shouldn't put shark bites. I looked at the plumbing code. These are allowed. If you don't like to use them, then I get it. I looked at the code and these are the fastest way to get that back and running today. It's like 100 and something degrees out there, so we got to get it back running for the animals, for their water. And we've got this shark bite faucet spigot for outside. So I think that's everything we're gonna need. If there's anything else, I'll add it. Oh, and the pipe cutter here, we're gonna cut the pipe. So go ahead and jump into it.
All right, we're using a little rigid pipe cutter here. If you haven't used one of these before, you kind of just put it around the pipe and tighten it. There's a little blade on it. You just spin it and then you tighten it a little bit more as you go until it finally cuts through the copper. Usually these are for copper and PVC and PEX. All right, for some reason I didn't get video of me putting the shutoff valve on, but right here, the shutoff valve, we just pushed it into the existing copper line that was coming from the wall right here on the left side, and then we'll connect the next piece and the faucet to that.
All right, I'm back with my hot Cheeto fingers. I wanted to use the same copper piece, but it was too short, and then I didn't have any copper in the back, so I had to go get some PEX. But it's still inside the wall, so we should be good on that end. So it's still interior, it's not exterior, so we should be good, I think. But we are gonna have an access panel, so we can check on it in the future.
And they had voice chats that were just screaming.
All right, on this part, I had my helper push the faucet through the opening outside, and then I inserted the PEX so we could get a marking of where we needed it. In looking back, it probably would have been easier to just put the first piece on and then go run it through the exterior part. But we marked it, how long we needed it, and then we cut it with the pipe cutter down to the exact length that we were gonna need to match right there with the shutoff valve.
All right, here. Put it back in there. Hold on. Pull it out. All right, push it in. What? Push it in. Did you push it in? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure?
I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go turn the water on outside. You tell me if it starts leaking. Come tell me if it starts leaking. Good?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. High five.
All right, now go. Oh, it's not even on yet. That's why, bruh.
No, I turned it on.
Oh, you did turn it on?
Very nice.
A great success.
Alright, once we had the faucet installed and made sure that there was no leaks or anything like that, we went ahead and sprayed some great stuff in the opening on the outside of the house, just to insulate the pipe and then hopefully to keep it from moving and wobbling around and give it some support. So we just took a bit, sprayed it on the outside all the way around as best as we could, and when this expands, it'll probably, well, I know it's going to because this is after, but it'll come out and we'll just cut it off right after when it dries. And like I said before, if you want to buy your access panel, if you're going to need an access panel, if you're going to leave an access to your faucet, I would buy it first and measure and cut the square out so you don't have to fix any drywall. I didn't do that. I just went Maverick and cut the drywall out before I even knew what size I was going to put, but I had to fix the drywall after, so here I am just measuring my access panel opening and putting little pieces of drywall and some tape and just repairing it so that we can get it ready for paint. Again, I just used the little leftover pieces that I cut out and then some drywall spackle and tape.
All right, guys, so we've got everything connected. We put some spackling here, drywall repair, to fix where we cut the drywall out. Tip, if you're gonna do an access panel, probably buy that first and measure and cut it so you don't have to fix any drywall. But yeah, it's running. The water outside is on. We sprayed the insulation in the crevice right there, the spray foam insulation, and that's drying as well. And the next day, once everything was dry, we came back, we sanded the repair and painted and put our access panel back. And the last thing I did was go outside and trim the foam insulation that expanded and dried. Just kind of ripped it up and made sure it was level with the house. And as you can see, it's holding the faucet in place. I didn't get a chance to put the screws into the brick yet, but I will try to get to it this weekend, but that's another video, I guess. But yeah, that's how we changed our spigot. And yeah, hope it helps. Yeah, I'm okay. What's up, Hamilton?
Best friends.